The first thing one notices about Ridley Scott's first feature film, The Duellists, is that it's visually striking. The cinematography is absolutely stunning, and the shots seem to be plucked out of classical paintings. The Duellists tells the story of one-upmanship of two hussar officers in Napoleon Bonaparte's army who, over a petty little issue, fight a series of duels for nearly 2 decades. Let's have a look at two of the most prominent themes that surface in the film. The film's opening voiceover tells us, the duelist demands satisfaction. Honor for him is an appetite. The story is about an eccentric kind of hunger. Clearly, the theme of honor is something Ridley Scott is really fond of. He has sought to explore it in several of his works, the thrillers Black Rain and G.I. Jane, historical epics Gladiator, Kingdom of Heaven and Robin Hood. However, it's right here in his very first work that he effectively presents his ideas. As James Mahon, in his brilliant essay on the themes of the film, writes, honor requires that once Duber accepts Pharaoh's first challenge to a duel, he must fight. Honor also demands that he continue to fight him over the years. It's a single long drawn-out duel. After all, the novel by Joseph Conrad, from which the film is inspired, is simply titled The Duel. In the film's production notes, Scott interpreted the story as, it's a story of two men who fight for no particular reason. Their first encounter becomes a detonator for a duel, which leads to several other duels that mark their careers. Pharaoh is a prisoner of his own hatred. He must kill or be killed, while Duber is honor-bound to fight. In other words, what rage is to Pharaoh, honor is to Duber. Pharaoh is always looking for a reason to get into a duel. It fuels his rage. Duber, at the other end of the spectrum, is willing to do what is against his desire and nature, to risk his glorious career, let his beloved girlfriend Laura go away, and towards the end, endanger his pregnant wife, who could very well be a widow if things go wrong. All this just to cater to his ego. The film essentially, then, is a cycle of violence, an act of one-upmanship. Pharaoh is a rabid Bonapartist. In fact, his character is modelled on the notorious French statesman Napoleon. For Pharaoh, fighting is the essence of military existence. He is not concerned at all with the hierarchy of rank as much as Duber, who advances in position as the film progresses, to eventually become the general, as he is able to concur and camouflage with the political situation in order to gain advantage. Pharaoh considers Duber's rise as a conspiracy and a cowardly maneuver to avoid fighting with him. In the second half of the film, Pharaoh is seen wearing a black bygone hat, which is clearly alluding to Napoleon, and in the final shot, Pharaoh is seen standing on a hillside with that very hat, contemplating what just transpired. As Scott stated later, this image is based on the paintings of Napoleon in exile on the island of St. Helena. Duber has just robbed Pharaoh of his favourite pastime, which is essentially his fuel. As he states, you'll fight no more duels now. By every rule of single combat, your life belongs to me. You shall keep at my disposal as long as I choose. Pharaoh is baffled, offering to be killed instead. In Conrad's novella, he laments, it amounts to sitting all the rest of my life with a loaded pistol in my drawer, waiting for your word. Pharaoh, the defeated, disgraced duelist, shall now tread his beloved emperor's path.